Old school RuneScape for many is considered to be one of the greatest MMOs of all time, and I've started a quest to see just why that is. Having primarily played World of Warcraft for the past 2 decades, I have the privilege to be able to play RuneScape from a completely blind perspective, and I'm challenging myself by attempting to complete every quest in the game in Iron Man mode without the use of guides. Today, I offer you a glimpse in the experience of a World of Warcraft transplant's first adventure in the world of RuneScape. Hold still. Let me pull your deck. There you go. Oh, camera's on. Camera's been on the whole time, huh? I didn't even know. Hello. Alright, we have some updates. I can now pickpocket the master farmer like everyone else was, as you can see. And I can definitely see why. He gives way more seed, including those herb seeds, which, if you remember, we couldn't get from the stall, as well as a bunch of other new ones. And you get multiple seeds per pulling of the dick, and way more experience as well. The only downside is that you can fail, and you get stunned for a few seconds, which is annoying, but overall it's more XP than the stall method, and like I said, you also get more seeds, so it's definitely worth it. I wonder if you can die from this, by the way. I'm actually kind of curious. I did also manage to get the whiteberry seed. I have quite a few of them in the bank, actually. So once we reach 59, we should be good to go. It's a pretty mind-numbing activity, but I actually kind of like it. I like numbing my mind. It's why I drink copious amounts of alcohol. Plus, it also reminds me of Fallout and Elder Scrolls. I always like to play kind of the hybrid thief character, and I abuse the F out of pickpocketing. It also kind of reminds me in World of Warcraft of being a rogue and doing like a chill pickpocket gold farm in the Blackrock Depths or something. One of the ways I would pass time in that game back in the day when I was bored was that I would go into Goldshire and do that custom emote thing for role-playing and trick people into thinking I was pickpocketing them. I would walk up next to them in stealth and then use the emote, and then they would get really angry and whisper me expletives. It was awesome. But we have a bunch of seeds now. I think it's time that we make an actual farming route where we go from patch to patch, because there are a bunch of spots all across the world, as you can see. So let's go globetrotting and see what we can find. So we have my main patch here north of Port Sarum. Remember, there's also a hops patch north of Lumbridge. There's also a bush pretty close by north of that. And all the way in Remington, there's another bush patch. There are many more, but I think they're too high level for me. Like the desert area has a cactus spot, but from what I can tell in the skill guide, I'm not high enough level to be able to plant any cacti. There are also tree spots, but I'm skipping them because it seems like you can't pickpocket tree seeds. I know you can get them from birds' nests. I actually have some from wood cutting, but I just don't want to cut wood right now. I also went ahead and checked out Intrana, which has a hops patch, which is good, and you can get there right from Port Sarum for free. And if you can remember, Vios also wanted to take us to Korand, so I'm thinking if that's free as well and unlimited, we can find some patches there. So let's go check it out. Guard dog. Does that count for Slayer thing? Oh, who's a good boy? Just hold still and... Yep. This hurts me more than it hurts you, I swear. Oh, yep, it counts. Wow. Nice. Okay, well, let's just work on this for a little bit. It's a good thing that no one minds me murdering their dogs. It's a pretty chill town here, I gotta say. Yeah, take its severed head. Why not? Oh, there's a vine thing. Was it grapes?
Do you guys want some grapes? I mean, you know, there's some great storytellers in the world that we live in today, man. Bitches.
Grapes grow on vines, right? Yeah, I'm not high enough. It's level 36. I don't think I have any grape seeds anyway. Okay, this one's a flower patch. So these ones are freebies as long as I'm planting the right flower for whatever allotment plant I'm using. There's another one to the west here. Nah, spirit tree. Okay, yeah. That's a no-go. So I was looking through it, and I was thinking it would be best to base everything around tomatoes. Like, we either only grow tomatoes or plants, which the payment for the douchers to watch them are tomatoes, since it seems to cover like every type of plant that I can plant, and it'll be self-sustaining, if that makes sense. So for bushes, that's cadaver berries, as you can see, Gielinor hops for hops, and as for the herbs, it looks like you're just on your own since they don't show any payment. There's also special here, but all of it is too high level for me, and I'm not sure where you find the plots for most of this stuff. I know Belladonna's where Gielinor Manor, like I said, the desert area has cacti. This place has grapes. But yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff here, which I don't know how you plant. I also found the farming shops, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one or not, but the dudes won't just take the produce from you. You have to hand it to them in either sacks or baskets, which are sold at the farming shops. And you can also make them in crafting, but I haven't really messed with that. It's much more convenient to just buy them. I also wanted to make use of my minigame teleport. The fishing trawler, if you remember, gets us to the Port Khazard across the continent, and that has some patches near it as well, so I wanted to go check that out. Bush patch, nice. Okay, hops patch, that's a good one. That's not too far either, actually. So that's 2 right close by to this one. Looks like we got another one up north. Oh wow, another freebie. Yeah, these ones are going to be my supply, since this will be where I plant the tomatoes, so the more of these, the better off I am. I also don't need to pay anyone to watch them because they'll be protected by the flower. Let's check this one up north. More hops, okay. Hops are good. Looks like we have 2 more in Catherby. Wow, yet another flower patch. Okay, so I think definitely the fishing trawler teleport we have to put into our route here. There's one more here to the east. Fruit tree, nah. It's a shitty one. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I start at Lumbridge, since that's my hearth point, and we go up north here, grab the hops, grab the berries, then we loop around west to the tomatoes, southwest to Remington for the berries, and then we take a quick dip to Intrana for the hops, back to the Port Sarum, then immediately go to Corrend where we have that tomato patch, and from there we just use our fishing trawler, right? So we can go south to grab the hops, then just shoot north and grab the berries, grab the tomatoes, and then the hops, and then we go east for the tomatoes, and that's it. My only worry is that if we'll have enough tomatoes. The hops are 5 and the bushes are 15. Let's just see how much we need. 5, 10, 25, 40, 55, 60, 65, right? Yeah, 65. So that's 13 baskets. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 tomato farms going. So the question is, can those 4 farms produce 65 tomatoes per run, or will I bottleneck? That'd be about 15 I need per farm, right? I think Port Sarum also sells tomatoes, so I suppose I could just buy them. I doubt they're expensive. That just leaves the seeds, really. Maybe if I have time and stuff still growing, I can just pickpocket it in Gielinor, right? I don't know if these are enough patches to where I'll have to wait on the spawns, you know what I mean? I know I'll be walking as slow as effing molasses the whole time, so hopefully I could just run infinitely and not have to wait for anything. That would be ideal. And then when I run out of seeds, I just pickpocket for a while. Okay, well, I say we actually try it and put it to the test. Hang on though, time to hit the good old Mountain Dew and vodka. Okay, let us begin the run. while I am still sober. Okay, this first time there's going to be a little extra time spent raking stuff. Okay, now north for the cadaver berries, right? Yeah, the bushes are like way more expensive. It's 3 times of what it costs to watch the hops. It's kind of intense. Okay, I got 24 tomatoes. That's really good, actually. That means I should totally be self-sufficient. I am definitely going to run out of seeds, though. That's the main issue here. Wonder if you can buy tomato seeds, actually. Shit, no, you can't. That sucks. I don't get it, because I thought I pickpocketed tomato seeds from the stall. She doesn't sell them. I guess that just means we'll have to pickpocket them. Oh well. I mean, we'll get thieving XP, so it's actually not bad. Or maybe, I guess, if we have an excess, we can plant something else. Yeah, marigolds also protect onions and potatoes, so I can do those, but the XP they give is based on their level, so the higher level stuff, of course, gives more XP per harvest, so ideally I just do tomatoes, and then, of course, that funds all of the other stuff, too. As long as we're covering 65 per run, we should be able to do that. Ah, shit, I just realized I forgot to plant an herb. Let's go back and do that. I'm already out of energy, by the way. This is bad. Running on roads should reduce your energy less, I feel. Kind of like how in Mario Kart if you go off of the track. Write that down, Jagex. I wonder if herbs can even get diseased. I mean, you can't pay the dude to watch over them, so maybe they're like naturally immune. I'm gonna go pick up some onion seeds real quick. Yeah, I'll definitely need to pickpocket that doucher a lot. Okay, so Intrana next, right? Okay. That's that. Now I go to Krend. So if my hops patch north of Lumbridge is ready by the time that I finish this run, I think I might get rid of the Remington bush patch because that's kind of a big sidetrack. I feel like you spend like 60 to 80 run energy alone on that one bush. Bing baby. Okay. So now we teleport to the trawler, right? Yeah, I think we might have to fill in with a little pickpocketing because I don't think my cooldowns are going to be ready by the time I finish the route. Unless maybe we find more plots to add in. I guess we could do that. There are some further out that I haven't checked out. Oh wow, we can actually use a shortcut for a change. Nice. Alright, we're rolling pretty good here. Actually, 6 minutes on my hearth. This might work out perfectly. Oh, I think I forgot to pay someone. I have more tomato baskets than I should. Alright, the last one is Catherby. Then we just hearth and then start from scratch and see if that first one is done. Oops, my marigold died on this one. Ding baby. Hey, we just hit total level 1000 too, look at that. Please clap. Okay, yeah, I definitely forgot to pay people, but that's the route. And conveniently, there's also a bank right here in case we need to restock on stuff. Alright, so I don't actually have the seeds right now for another run, but let's just do another run with what we have for testing purposes because I want to get the timing down. Okay, yeah. They're not done yet. Wow, these have 7 stages? Good lord. Okay, well, this isn't bad actually because it just gives me time to pickpocket in between runs, which I'm going to need to do anyway. So what I'm going to do is instead of doing a half run, I'm just going to wait here until these hops finish and then we'll see what my cooldown is in relation to my Lumbridge teleport and then we'll kind of use that as a timer. So next time, instead of going north, I'll just head west and go pickpocket and then head over once the hops are done. Hopefully I'm explaining this clearly. I've had a couple of drinks. Dude, I actually really like farming. Not gonna lie, I was pretty intimidated at first, but once you get the basics and you get into the route planning, it's actually pretty fun. It reminds me of my old days on YouTube when I first started making videos. I would make leveling routes for World of Warcraft. So I started in the Warlords of Draenor expansion, and in Draenor there were these hidden treasures that you could find, and they would give you like a ton of XP. And in the game you could also get XP potions that increased your experience gained, which they later ended up removing because they're Activision Blizzard and they want people to buy more level boosts so they can milk them for every penny they got. Told you so, by the way. But anyways, what I do is I would make optimized routes from treasure to treasure and zone to zone. And you could actually level up in the entire expansion in under a few hours as long as you had those XP pots and you followed the route that I made. What I'm saying is that this whole routing thing is actually quite nostalgic and fun for me. Yeah, this crap is right up my alley. Damn, these certainly take a while. They better give some crazy XP, that's all I'm gonna say. How do you guys like watching paint dry? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Imagine watching virtual plants grow with the most monotone commentary possible on YouTube. Ooh, chocolate. I'll take chocolate. Hell yeah.
A few moments later.
Oh, here we go. Okay, looks like it's around at 4 minutes on my cooldown is when I should approximately head out. 16 per harvest, that's it? I don't think that's worth the extra 2 stages, honestly. I wonder if it's better to do the previous tier. Although I can't pay with tomatoes then, so maybe not. Wait, what? Oh, the berries aren't even ready yet. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're only at 4 of 7. Wow. Okay. I'll probably just set a timer, honestly. Maybe we can do like 40 minutes of pickpocketing after finishing a run. And then, and then everything will be ready, hopefully. I mean, I need the seeds anyway, so I may as well, I guess. Okay, well, I think you guys get the idea. Looks like this will be my life for the next few days until I hit 59 farming. Maybe even like weeks. Good lord. Oh god. Someone help me. Actually, I haven't gotten my next Slayer task, haven't I? Let's go ahead and turn that in. Oh, please don't F me over. Wolves? Okay. I know where those are. We found them at the White Wolf Mountain. Okay, cool. Every quest is like a roulette if I get brick-walled for another 5 months or not. It's actually rather stressful. Oh, you don't need to replant bushes? That's amazing, actually. I guess that's why they take so long to grow. Actually, that means that I should just plant the highest level bush I have, right? Since it's a one-time payment. I'm pretty sure I have Dwellberry seeds, but not the level yet. Okay. Well, I guess that means I don't need to bring so many tomatoes. Yeah, I can save 45 tomatoes per trip. Oh my god. Oh, it looks like my herb made it. Nice. Yeah, I bet you those don't get diseased, and that's why you can't pay the dude to watch them. Alright. Cool. I'll check in again when I have any substantial updates. Okay, so we've been going at it for a little bit here. I have a few optimizations. First is that I decided to just replant the bushes after all, because you only get that big 100 XP bomb once per grow. So for XP purposes, I think it's best to clear and replant. The only downside is that you have to wait a really long time, but it's all good. It's a good opportunity to pickpocket and edit anyways. Also, it turns out that herbs can get diseased after all, and I was just getting lucky. They actually get diseased quite frequently, in fact, and they're usually dead by the time I reach them. I went ahead and I made a lantern lens, although I'm not exactly sure if it's the right thing. She said that would need a bullseye lens, and there isn't an option for that. There's just lantern lens. So, I don't know if that's acceptable. We can only find out when we have the coveted white berry, so if it doesn't work, I'm probably going to break something. I was also curious, and I checked out Mauritania, since that has a couple of spots as well. And one of them is a good one with a flower spot, but it's kind of a long run, and it costs like 3,000 gold to get there, so I can't really fit it into my route. But the zone itself is really cool. It's like this undead vampire zombie land. I absolutely love the aesthetic. It reminds me of the swamp levels in Donkey Kong Country 2, and I'm really looking forward to questing there now. It also had a mushroom patch, which I can't do yet, but I do have the spores that I pickpocketed from the farmer. But yeah, I think you need like level 50 farming or something to plant them, so it might be worth putting into the route later once I get to that point. A good side effect of doing these runs is that I've explored a lot more of the game now, which is pretty cool. I feel like I have more confidence and I'm starting to understand things a little better. Yeah, we've actually circumnavigated the effing globe for this weapon. We've learned new skills, broke many laws, and put a poor stall vendor and farmer out on the streets. So this crap better be worth it, is all I'm gonna say.
A few moments later.
I kind of feel bad for this guy, but I mean, I'd buy the effing seeds if he'd sell them. But for now, I'm content with giving him some tuggies on the side. Oh, I hit up the farmers for more tips. He says that you can show him items and he'll tell you if it's compostable or super compostable. So I took a bunch of organic items with me, but they were all just normal compost, so I guess I don't have whatever he needs to make super compost, but that is a method of making it, apparently. Wow, I'm actually out of food, aside from these steaks, I guess, which suck. I kind of regret not taking the cooking gloves now. This burning stuff sucks. Yeah, look at this. Dude, I burned like 90% of them. What the F? What's the point of this? What else? I also had my first real social interaction. Me and this other dude were pickpocketing and he recognized my name. He says that I got him to play OSRS again, which made me happy in one way, but sad in the other that I probably ruined his life. We also talked about our favorite fast food restaurants, and I also trauma dumped on him after 5 minutes of conversation, and then I logged off and went to bed because I had expended all of my social energy for the day. But yeah, other than that, we're still at it. What? Oh. Okay, I guess you can die from pickpocketing. What the F? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. No fair. Oh, you can bury your own bones. Look at that. That's pretty metal, actually. Oh, I also found this trick. If he goes into one of these narrow spots here, you can aggro a guard, like here. And then you just go on the other side of him, like that. See? Now he's trapped here because I'm like blocking him from the front, and the guard has him from behind, so this way you don't have to go chasing him everywhere. Yeah, I'm a pro. What can I say? Okay, so as you can see, we can do watermelons now, which is not only good XP, but you can also make them into super compost. Remember, the dude said to bring produce to him and he'll tell you what it'll turn into. Watermelons turn into super compost, which seems to be stronger. I feel like I'm getting more per harvest, but I guess I haven't actually run the numbers. The only problem is that watermelon seeds are like really rare, so I only have enough really to use this one allotment per run, and even then I'm going to run out eventually. As you can see, I got nasturtiums going as well to protect them so they never get diseased. It's 55 per harvest, which is far more than anything I've been doing. What I do is I turn the watermelons into super compost, and then I use that super compost on the watermelons. So I like maximize my XP. The only thing I can't figure out is that it's still not purple, so I'm still pretty mystified on what the F that purple stuff is that some people are using. I have to guess it's ultra composts, which I currently do not know how to make. So yeah, I guess I'll keep farming, and between runs I'm just pumping thieving XP, so this will be my life for several more days, it's looking like.
Several days later.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get my effing weapon. This quest better end soon and without issue, or else I'm going to be very angry and depressed. Oh wait, that's my natural state, isn't it? Okay. Now we play the waiting game.
One eternity later.
There it is. By the way, why does my dude T-pose whenever he picks berries? I don't get it. It breaks my immersion. Okay, let's go get our quest stuff. Okay, so now I have the rose-tinted lens saying return to Betty. Okay, now I need to get something personal from the victim. Let's go to Brimhaven. Okay, he's not cooperating. Looks like you can pickpocket him. Ha, pocket sand. Of course. Oh, come on, it won't let you do it yourself? I'm running out of gold here, Betty. These boat trips don't pay for themselves. Diluted with tea or coffee. Okay, he had a coffee on his table, right? I'm sure that's it. Piss away another 1,600. Good God. Just like real life. This is why I don't leave my basement. Why can't I just use my own boat? Oh, wait, I guess Elvarg destroyed it, didn't he? You know, I should probably tell that cabin boy's family he's not coming back, huh? Distract him. Oh, God. No. Not this bullcrap again. Where's the option for the 3-headed monkey? There we go. Okay, this is much easier than the stupid Viking bullcrap. Oh, we have to use the orb thingy, right? It's kind of hard to remember things when it's like a month in between steps. Yeah, why'd he change his hours? Because I bribed a wizard to put a spell on him so he would believe everything I say. Aha! So the dude was in on it, huh? He did it so he could make him work longer hours without paying him more. What happened to the wizard? I killed him so I wouldn't have to pay him. Wow. I think I found Bobby Kotick. Okay, well, looks like we caught him red-handed, huh? Wait, did I use that one already? Earth runes in a bucket of sand? The F? Don't threaten me, fucker. Is this guy aware that I ripped a dragon's head off with my bare hands? The F? Okay. Now the sand pit is infinite? Go to Intrana? Why? Dude, I'm so scared I'm gonna run into a part that says, like, get level 90 or herb lore. I'm like Arya from Game of Thrones. The closer I get, the more afraid I am that something's gonna screw me over. Actually, if that is the case, I may have to make whoever made this quest eat their family. Okay. Alright, we're here. What do we do? Oh, okay. We found a head. Ew. Well, I'm glad we could, get ahead of the situation, you know what I'm saying? Can't lose our heads over this. Oh, this quest is too expensive. Oh, nice. Okay, thank God. And it says right here, Rune Store Access. Cool. Dude, this was the most time-consuming quest so far, seriously. This took me longer than effing Dragon Slayer. It says there's also a secret reward from Bert. Hey, doucher, good news. You don't have a job anymore. Wait, is my guy falling asleep? Damn, my voice is more boring than I thought. Every day he'll deliver 84 buckets, really? I suppose that'll be useful for glass crafting. Okay, well, I'll take it. He also completed a medium task. That was also something I was thinking of doing. Remember we learned that Lumbridge gives you a ring that restores run energy, or whatever. It's kind of like this game's achievement system. Now that I have a pretty good handle on it, I think I might try to start knocking them out. Alright, well, moment of truth. Does he sell nature runes? He said that he has a nice selection or whatever, so he better. I'm expecting great things. Oh, yep. That was 190 each? Good God. Dude, that's so expensive. He also sells law runes, though. 240? They're certainly pricey. There's also blood and soul. I don't think I have any spells that require those. Okay, so remember the price rises the lower in stock they are, so 50 at a time is an average price of 183. So that's a profit of 147, whereas I was selling them for 220. Beautiful gameplay. Oh, you actually get magic XP for doing it. Okay. I didn't consider that, actually. Wonder how fast you can do it is a question. Okay, well, you can do it next to a bank, so you don't have to run back and forth. That's definitely nice. And you also don't have to realm hop. My client has also had this problem recently where when I try to realm hop, it just crashes, which definitely slows things down. So I don't know what's up with that. I tried reinstalling and nothing works, so it's actually really cumbersome to sell the bracers to vendors right now for me. Damn, do you really need to cast it every time though? That kind of sucks. I was hoping I could just get a full inventory and it would do it for all of them, like how it does with crafting things. Okay, well, so overall we get less gold, but we also get magic XP, and it's also less cumbersome and less annoying. And we can also get law runes now, so we can actually start teleporting. I don't know, kind of have mixed emotions, I guess. But I don't know, I mean, I guess I would have to do farming eventually anyway. There's definitely an urge to complain, but I'm not sure if that's my permanent ambient annoyance with Blizzard adding the WoW token in Classic after explicitly stating that they wouldn't. Yeah, it's kind of a permanent debuff that I'll carry to my grave. Told you so, by the way. Okay. So I guess I'll just disenchant these now. I have like 9,000 of them. Here are my skills, by the way, if you were curious. So 59 farming. I ended up getting my thieving to 66, cooking to 68. Yeah, those are my go-tos while waiting for my crops to grow. And magic, as you can see, I have at 67 now. So I'm just going to transmute all of these bracers and we'll see how much gold and magic level I end up at. One thing I'm still curious about is I still haven't seen those Sailor Moon runes that you need for the jewelry enchants. So I don't know what's up with that. They said the selection here was extensive. I highly disagree. We only really got 2 more new runes. So I'm calling a load of bullcrap on that.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I'm half elated and half pissed off. You can withdraw items as the little papers from your effing bank, which means this whole time Never mind.
A few moments later.
Yeah, look at that. Monotone Gandalf right here. You shall not pass and such. It's actually plus 45 magic, which is insane. So not only am I gonna get a big melee boost, hopefully, but I'm pretty much the most badass wizard in all of RuneScape now. I got a pretty decent system now too. What I do is I do some blast furnace, doing runs of around 3,000 because that's when my stamina runs out. And I do the highest bar that I can currently do, which is mithril. And then while I'm regenerating, I'm either using high alchemy or I'm editing a video. Small optimization as well. You can move the items you're disenchanting to the middle of your inventory and then also filter out your other spells and place it like this to where you don't even have to move your mouse. So I can kind of do this while like not even looking at the monitor, which is definitely nice.
2,000 years later.
All right, well, I have a decent amount of bars now. Let's go try the foundry and see if this is enough. How do you do this again? Okay, yeah. Hey, deposit the bars, right? Okay. And this certainly takes a while. It's definitely not something you can really AFK or else you'll just F it up. I'm assuming if you F it up, you get reduced rewards, right? Oh, you get gold for this? Wow, it's a lot too. I just got 6,000 for that. What the F? Oh, it's saying you get the smithing set from here. Well, that's right. I think we saw this when you first tried this, didn't we? Well, I'm wondering what that other outfit everyone is using at the blast furnace if it's not the smithing set. Huh. Yeah, remember you can also get these different mold parts. I wonder if maybe I should get those first. Foundry reputation is the currency. You just get that after every sword you turn in. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to do this for a while, and I'll check back in if I have any meaningful updates. Oh, also, while disenchanting, I was thinking now that I have thieving leveled up, maybe I can open that chest in the Fremenic village. Remember the one that was like damaging me whenever I tried to open it? And I also wanted to try the witch's house again. I remember that there were stairs leading up, and I wanted to check the perimeter of the house to see if maybe there are like vines or a ladder you can climb up or something and then just come down from the second floor. Oh, actually, let's go try that now. Oh, it's just a nature rune. You get 25 XP per try. I guess this is just another way to level. It doesn't have anything to do with the quest. Damn it. I love how I found a nature rune farm after I spent 100 hours unlocking the stupid vendor. It's just beautiful right there. It makes me very happy. Okay, well, let's go try the witch's house. Yeah, see, there's a second floor here. So I was thinking you could climb to a window or something. To be a burglar, you must think like a burglar. No. I don't think this is it. Damn it. Can't we just get him a new ball or something? It's a ball. Come on. There has to be more than one ball in all of Gielinor. Okay, well, I give up. That was a waste of time. Let's just get back to our original goal here. Must get sword. It's actually kind of fun. I've always loved blacksmithing mini games. Kingdom Come has a really good one, in fact. I don't know, there's just something addicting about this. I guess it helps that it's like insanely rewarding. Not only am I getting progress towards that sword, but I'm also getting like crazy smithing XP and gold as well. It's also a really good pacer for my editing. I think I mentioned this in a previous part, but I happen to have ADHD, so it's really easy for me to lose focus and productivity. But what I've been doing is I do like 20 minutes of editing, and then I reward myself, I guess you could say, by making a sword. It sounds kind of silly, but it's honestly really effective. I've been like the most productive I've ever been since I started playing this game. I think this might be my favorite minigame so far, in fact. Also, speaking of that, I do want to make more of an effort to do more minigames. I'm not going to do it in this video because I can already tell it's going to be way too long, but what I want to do is just kind of alphabetically go down that list in the group tab, and then maybe we could like try one per video or something. Because between this and the Motherlode mine, they seem to be extremely useful between the XP that you get, the gold you get, and the items like the sets and obviously the sword that we're going for, which I hope is actually good, because if it isn't, don't show up to school tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say, because this is like a month-long journey for this stupid thing.
3 days later.
Okay, professional gamer tip, in case you didn't know, you can right-click the lava pool and the waterfall for more intensive heating and cooling. If you left-click it, it takes some time to ramp up, but if you dip that crap, it goes way faster, as you can see.
1 eternity later.
All right, cue the Zelda music. Ba-na-na-na. Boom, baby. Oh my god. Dude, this has 98 slash and 100 strength bonus. Let's go test it. It actually weighs a ton too. Look at that. 31 kgs. Oh my god. Dude, this thing is ridiculous. Look at it, one-shots all of them. Oh. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is a super cow. Please die. There you go. Okay, it one-shots most of the time. It's like the same speed too. What the F? In World of Warcraft, if you use a two-hander, it's always slower, but I feel like this is the same speed as the one-hander I was using. Okay. Now we're playing with power. So, it took 71 magic, 59 farming, 66 thieving, 80 smithing, 68 cooking, in like a month of time. Yeah, seriously, from start to finish, this was like a month of investment. I'm not even joking. What do we do now, you ask? Well, now I can finally play the game.
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.